what I'm working to help people understand, and what I'm working to help understand in my own life, right, is how is the past operating now, right? Well, how is what I went through affecting my experience now, right? And I think we can maybe even use the title of the podcast, right? You mentioned the word happiness. Okay. Now here's my relationship with that word. It is very limiting. I don't know why I was given it in such a weird way and there was so much focus on it. I don't know. I'm not sure. But the way that I used to relate to it was sort of like the end of seeking something, like kind of like relief. So uh, I understand now how limiting that word is and how much it represents programming and what we've been taught, right? Because I'm interested in other words, and I didn't know this actually, but freedom, boundaries, fearlessness, courage, authenticity, un, un free sexual desire expression with my partner. No hang-ups there.
Hmm. Well,
You
I
see
think
what
all
I
that.
mean?
Yeah, and I think I understand the point, but I think all those things I would put under I would compile under that is happiness. Like, because you have so much freedom and you have so much comfort with self, and really, I think what it is we're learning responsibility over feelings, our feelings, period, ownership of feelings, understanding of feelings, emotional regulation. I mean, these are the things that we're really dealing with. It's I try to stay as far away from like buzzwords as possible because I don't want to scare people off. And there's a lot of preaching that occurs and a lot of misunderstanding that occurs that go with some things that are good practices, but they're scary to people because they don't like the person who they learned it from, or they see people who do that and think, ooh, I don't want to be like that person, but they don't understand the freeing nature that comes with some of the things, like meditation. Some people hear the word meditation and they think woo woo, they think uh, tree huggers, hippies, they're not. It's just a misconception, a label that goes with all the other labels that we're throwing out there. And so I don't want to run people off because of words. And, like you're just talking about now, we've also got to be careful with our language.
It's
Um,
important, yeah. Yeah.
because you ask some people what is happiness, and they say, I've got a house and a car and a partner and healthy kids, and that's great. And that kind of goes into the next session, but that's outsourcing our happiness, and it really keeps us.
Well, it's
Pow-
describing the external, if you see what I mean. There's
yep,
nothing there's That's not to judge any of that, not to judge abundance or anything. It's just the description is out here. So if somebody said I have healthy relationships that make me feel fulfilled, and I mean, see what
security,
there would
comfort,
be a
yeah,
in well, yeah, that would be
a home that
more.
provides security, yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be,
that
yeah,
would
yeah,
be. You could say just more a more enlightened description. You could say just meaning, and I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I just mean they would relate to things in a deeper way. You could say.
well, I understood, but to prevent from sounding confusing, it isn't the house and it
Hmm.
isn't necessarily the relationship, and it isn't the money. It is because none of those things will make you happy if you're not dealing with these things internally. So if you have a bunch of fucked up perceptions, your perspective is all wrong, you don't have any understanding of where your feelings are coming from, you could have what you thought were the best of all of those categories and still be very unhappy, not feel any
Yeah.
of the things
Well,
Jason just listed.